Hey. Hey y'all. Sorry, hurting kind of talks right now. I am a little bit sick, so please bear with me throughout this video. If you have not seen any of my videos like this before, just so you know, there is like bare minimum editing. This isn't like a get ready with me style video. It's like a yapping video. I just happen to be getting ready at the same time. Yo, my throat hurts. Anyway, where have I been? You may be wondering. And why is my first video back part of my least watched videos? Well, that's because I need to get this up. It's kind of like when I hit 10,000 subscribers and I literally could not like post a video for the life of me because I wanted it to be such a good video, and I ended up taking like forever to post, and then I ended up just having to post one of these because sometimes I just gotta like get past that little hump, if that makes sense. But anyway, the last video I posted, you guys, was a Tofino vlog, and I would like to say I posted that in August, and it's October. It has been like probably 5 or 6 weeks since I posted on YouTube, and I can't even say I'm sorry because I needed it. I needed that time away. There has been an insane amount of change in my life, and I need to tell you guys about it because I miss you a lot. And listen, like, you're honestly in for kind of a wild ride. I don't know how much detail I'm gonna give because at the same time, a lot of this change does involve other people, so I would not want to like make anybody uncomfortable, put anybody else's life on blast as well, but a lot's been going on. Rewind. It's July. I'm single now. So that happened. I'm doing so okay, just so you guys know. I could not bring myself to post for like a month. I definitely was in a dark place for a little while. However, I'm in a better place than I have been in years, and I love my life. Everything is great now. But I did, I was gonna say evacuate, and that was gonna sound really bad. There's absolutely zero hard feelings or anything between me and this person, but we did break up, and that's totally fine. It is my first time being single since I was 15 years old. I was in a 2-year relationship that started when I was 16, and then quite quickly after that, I entered a 3-year long relationship, which is the one that I am no longer in as of now. And I have been learning a lot about myself. I was advised by some people to not talk about this on YouTube, but I don't really care. It's not like I want to talk about it on YouTube or anything to bring attention to it. However, it's part of my life, and I am really, really proud of how I have grown from this, and I want to share that with you guys because I posted like a TikTok about anxious attachment style like 6 or 7 months ago or something like that. And it got a lot of attention, and people started wanting me to talk about relationships online and give relationship advice. It's not that I no longer feel comfortable giving relationship advice because I'm single, because I do still feel like I have a lot of recipe for healthy relationships, but I don't know. I think that it's also important to talk about healthily getting over a breakup. That's not what this whole video is going to be. I've got some like funny little stories about the insane dating pool. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Why is the dating pool, y'all, oh my god, it's so rough out here. Like, men, not that you have it so lucky, but you do. Straight men, at least. Because, y'all, women are so cool. And I am queer. I could be dating women right now, but I'm queer with a preference for men. And anyway, sorry, there's some stuff I just simply cannot talk about on here, but I was just laughing about it to myself, even though you can't hear about it. Sorry. Anyway, the dating pool it's just fucked. Okay, it's fucked. Back on track. What was I even talking about? Okay, how to get over a breakup. Not necessarily how to get over one. Everyone is so different. I was very upset because I found out after being broken up with, because I was the break-e, that a lot of people thought that I was gonna like from being broken up with. And that pissed me the fuck off. Y'all, I'm a very emotionally intelligent person and I love really, really hard. So I can understand why people thought that this would be like the of me. But like truly, I'm fine. Like I took a month, I let myself wallow, and I don't know, after that it was just up from there, you know what I mean? But anyway, some tips I have: journal till your fingers are about to fall off. I journaled upwards of 4 pages minimum every single day for the first like 2 weeks of being single. Like, I journaled so much, and I barely spoke to anyone. I saw a therapist, and like just a bunch of little things. I went on like a little mini trip, which is actually the Tofino vlog, with my friend, and that was really nice. I was unfortunately very emo the whole time because it was like I don't know, it was just, I was still kind of in the thick of it. But I think that was less than a month after the breakup as well, I think. So I was like quite emo. But I got some tarot cards. The universe honestly really just had my back. I also started 2 new jobs within that month and like quit my like restaurant job, and just so many changes happened in such a short amount of time. But I honestly, like, I even started writing poetry, you guys, and like not in like a, I was gonna say not in a cringe way. Poetry is not cringe, but I feel like poetry has kind of like a performative connotation to it when people talk about writing it. But I like writing poetry in the sense that I feel things very strongly. Also, sorry if you can hear this fuck ass leaf blower out my window, but when I write poetry, it's not because I'm writing it to like write poetry as in like I want to sell poetry or anything like that. This is gonna piss me off. Oh my god, it's getting fucking louder! Anyway, since being single, I have gone on a few dates. I've gone on first date. You guys, first date out of the relationship. Why does this guy look so familiar? Why do I feel like I've seen this guy before? Why does this guy just look so familiar? Like, why? I've definitely seen this man's face before, and I was like trying to figure it out this whole fucking time. And I was like, where are you from again? And he was from the same place that my ex was from. And I was like, do you know blank? And I like said my ex's name, and he was like, I used to be their dog walker. Bro, the first fucking date that I go on from the apps, y'all, stay safe out there. Let me tell you, the apps, crazy place. They're a crazy place to be, I will say. But he's my ex's old dog walker. He knew my ex, he knew my ex's entire family, and I was like, this is fucking fantastic. I ended up hiding in a library for like 30 minutes. That was the wrong thing to do, I will say. But after I heard that, like I said, I was still like, it's not that I wasn't over it at this point, but I was not exactly trying to like see people who were like in cahoots with my ex. So I like didn't want to be there anymore, and it low-key sent me into like a panic because I was like, oh my god, and he kept saying, you're so-and-so's girlfriend, like in present tense, and I was like, this is just too much for me. Like, this is too much for me. And he wore a fucking backpack to our date, y'all, and a McDonald's t-shirt and cartoon socks. I felt like I was on a date. He was fucking 4 years older than me. I felt like I was on a date with a 12-year-old. So that was my first date from the apps. I am not able to talk about, oh, actually, I went on another date with just somebody who, like, I met in person, which was, like, so fine. Nothing came of that, but, like, so chill, whatever, I don't really care. He's a nice guy. And then I went on another date that I cannot talk about, and then I went on another date that was absolutely the worst experience of my life. And he will not see this video because he does not have social media, but when I fucking tell you guys, I have never in my life spoken to a man that thought he was the smartest person in the entire world to this extent. First of all, he met me at like a cafe, and I go inside and I'm friends with the girl that works there, and she was like, she saw him walking towards the entrance and she was like, is that him? Like, is that the guy I'm about to go on a date with? And I was like, yeah, why? And she goes, I know him, he's gross. Bro, when I tell you my heart fell out of my ass, Why do you know him? Why does somebody know every single person that I go on a fucking date with? Why is the world so goddamn small? And he didn't even live nearby. I was like, ah! Anyway, so I went on a date with this man. Insufferable. Absolutely insufferable. Like I said, I don't need to go into too much detail, but like actually it was one of those situations where he was using huge words to compensate for the fact that he didn't actually have real answers to my questions. Like a lot of times when you ask somebody something and they don't have an actual answer, they'll just talk about what you asked them and talk about an answer, but they don't actually give you an answer. Like they talk about each possible answer to the question without like solidifying which one they align with, and that was what he was doing so much. And I was like, I cannot. And then that was on Thanksgiving, so I was not feeling very thankful that day, to be honest. But then I went on another date. That date went really well. Not going to talk about that one because it went well. But anyway, so the dating pool has been very, very interesting, to say the least, and I've been honestly really, really loving my life. The main reason I haven't been able to post, y'all, I work so fucking much right now, but I'm about to not work as much as I am, so it's not gonna be like I just want to get back on my grind, but it's really hard. I am sick, and I've been sick for like a few days, but I don't know. Basically, my goal is I really, really, really want to work more on my hobbies. Not saying that YouTube is a hobby, but YouTube is something that I want to work on as well, like in the same pool of me working on my hobbies. But I also want to start new hobbies. I got an electric guitar. I've played it one time. I started writing poetry, and I only wrote it in the thick of my like minorly depressive episode post breakup, and I want to start writing poetry more. And you know what, you guys, maybe I'll read you some poetry today. All right, is that cringy? Maybe. It's not cringy. Nothing you do is cringy. Nothing you do is cringy. Nothing you do is embarrassing. Everything is always good. I want to start doing art more. I want to start doing pointillism more, which is an art style if you don't know. I want to start expressing myself through fashion in a way that's outside of my comfort zone more. I got bangs, you guys. Insert picture here. You'll probably see my bangs at the end of this video, but like I have not washed my hair in only like 2 days, but my bangs are quite greasy because I'm sick, so I wasn't like really giving a fuck as to how my hair looked. And Halloween is next week, and I'm doing a costume with somebody, and we're doing Brokeback Mountain. I've not seen the movie, babe. I've not seen it, don't really care to. I'm probably gonna watch it just because I feel like I will need to do some like references, but I don't know. I started the camera and I was like, damn, I probably have so much to talk about, which I do to an extent, but do I really? Anyway, y'all, here's my poetry journal. I got this a few days ago, and I haven't actually written a full poem in it yet. It smells, period. It smells, and I don't like the way it smells. It's real leather, and it was handmade in Italy, and I love the journal itself, but it fucking smells. Like, it smells like leather, obviously, and soap, and I really don't like it, so I have to like open it from far away. But I have written down at the start of it, unfinished thoughts. So basically I'm only writing in handwriting, and I just wrote down starts to poems. So y'all want to hear some? I'll read you some. Let's see. These aren't necessarily even starts to poems. There's just things that I might want to build off of and thoughts that I just had throughout the day. Let's see. Like one of them, I was in the shower and I was thinking to myself, I felt sad to wash you off of me, and I feel like that could be turned into something. I wrote, crave not a palate deemed smooth by the masses, but allow the things deemed worthy enough to touch your tongue be pungent and full. So like that is like, I'm trying to write in a way where I've noticed that a lot of times when I write poems, they're like, it's clear what they're about, you know what I mean? But this one is about something that people would not guess by reading it. Like I would have to tell people what that one is about. And I like that, and I want to experiment more with that. And then I saw a video of somebody say yellowing with antiquity, and I thought that was really interesting. I don't have any thoughts on like what I could turn that into, but I just really liked the way that was worded. And then this is one that I started writing that I'm probably gonna have a hard time reading because I have really messy handwriting, like cursive but not cursive, and I want to exclusively write in handwriting in this journal because I think it's more intentional and it lets me take things slower. But in this one I wrote, looking to your eyes is what I imagined it would feel like to bathe in a meadow full of tall grass, warm on your flesh from the heat it had, oh my god, full of tall grass, warm on your flesh from the hours it had soaked in the sun, whispering touches by the petals of the daisies that caress your cheeks, willingly entrapped by the osage orange's towering branches, awaiting the leaves that dance to the ground, praying that they land on your hips. And then I also wrote, how can I go back to a scent made plain in comparison to yours? And then my taste buds now unsatisfied by the bland flavor of sweet or salty. I am only appeased by the flavor of your bottom lip. So I like really, I write, and also you guys, I can, my entire life I've been very, oh my god, I inhaled through my mouth and it fucking smells. Putting that shit down. Gotta get doing my makeup, y'all. I've got shit to do, places to be, and people to see, and it's 5 o'clock. When does my nail salon close? Oh my god, they close at 7. Fuck. Come on, I'll be getting my nails done today, babe. But I'm gonna go visit my friend at work. Yeah. How's my accent? Anyway, if you guys have any thoughts as to things that my poems have sparked in your mind, please comment them down below, because I'm very interested in that. I really want to get into writing. I would love to, you guys, I really want to go, this is like, I have so much that I want to do right now that it's overwhelming. Can you guys tell that I'm diagnosed? Like, seriously. But, I don't know, life has been truly so exciting lately, and I feel like the opportunities are endless. I feel a little bit overwhelmed actually with the amount of opportunities that I've got going on right now and the amount of things that I have the capacity to start working towards. But I don't know, it's really hard because like there's just really good shit going on in every area of my life, and I don't know how to focus on each thing. It's really difficult for me to that's another reason YouTube has kind of taken a bit of a backseat, which is not what I want, because I do want YouTube to be like my sole form of income. I would love for it to be like my career, but I have been so exhausted with the fact that like one of my jobs, to an extent, I let out like creativity, so it's been a bit of like a creative outlet. I've been feeling a little bit creatively burnt out the past few weeks, not because of that job, but just in general, and I haven't really been able to like turn it on, if that makes sense. I also did not feel like I was ready to be in front of the camera for a while. I needed to fully be myself, and to be honest, you guys might see some changes in terms of like my vibe in front of the camera. I don't really know. I think that today is, or this, just my life right now is in a very transformative state, and it has been for a few months, but I don't really know how to translate that into my YouTube videos, because you guys are so used to me posting a lot about fashion, and I still want to post a lot about fashion. I actually, you guys, I bought my first designer piece, or at least I believe it's considered designer. I mean, originally it is $1,700, so I would imagine it would be considered designer, but I don't know, my life is just in such a transformative state, and something needs to change in terms of my creativity. Another thing I think is that I am very addicted to inspiration and very much rely on waiting for motivation to actually start doing something. So there's a lot of goals that I have in my life right now. One of them is I would love to stop using as many filler words. I had a few conversations with this person recently, and he was incredibly well spoken, and I complimented that, and then he was like, thank you, it's actually something I've been working on, because I used to kind of go here and here and here and here while I was telling stories, and like just, which is what I do, and you can definitely tell just even from this video. But he's very well spoken, and he doesn't really use filler words, and I really appreciate that about him, and I really want to get on my grind as to speaking more clearly and just being a lot more intentional and thoughtful with my words. I am just at a place in my life right now where I want to be so much more intentional in my day-to-day life. I want to stop doom scrolling. I want to read more, I want to write more, I want to experience more, I want to feel more, and I am so excited for that. And you know what, you guys? I also want to experiment more with vlogs because I posted like that Tofino vlog with my bae queen Kenzie, and I posted like a IKEA vlog a few months back, which was with my ex, but like it was also one of my favorite videos because I just had fun with it, and I low-key don't really have social anxiety anymore, especially when I'm with people. But I've been watching so much Slushy Noobs, and I've been watching so much of like the Measly Brothers vibe, and I think their videos are fucking hilarious, and I want to start filming like that and just fucking around and having so much fun with my friends. But I always forget to bring my camera, and I always forget to film, but I honestly just got to get on that grind. And I really, it's not that I want to veer only towards that, because I do truly love fashion and I love posting about it, but my fashion creative outlet is the one, or my fashion creativity is the side of me that is feeling a little bit burnt out, because I work at a vintage store now, so that is where a lot of my creative energy in that sense will go. I've also been posting on one of my TikTok accounts. I've been posting on Instagram. I will say those are both linked in the description if you guys want to follow me on there as well, because I'm not like only on YouTube. And I want to start posting a lot more on just everything, to be honest, but it is very time consuming, like YouTube, and it is tiring, but not in a bad way. It just takes a lot of mental energy to be creative, because I have not pushed myself at any point in my life to force myself to get off my phone and force myself to really just like indulge in my creative energy for long periods of time. Like I always let myself have phone breaks and all that, and it's just like, it's okay, I want to stop saying like as much. I was listening to myself talk to this person who was very well spoken, and I noticed that I very frequently say when I'm referring to somebody talking, he was like or she was like, and I don't like the fact that I say that. And I don't want to say as much either. Y'all, I'm working on it. There's just so much that I'm working on right now, and I'm very proud of myself for coming to terms with the things that I'm working on. Basically, this whole video is just about what the fuck is going on in terms of my life, and I really like it. Like I'm very, when I first started, a big part of the healing process from being in my breakup, I felt like it gave me a very clear path as to where I wanted to go. I no longer feel like I have a clear path as to where I want to go. I just feel like so excited for wherever I am going. Like I just feel very, I don't have a path, but I have like a clear mind about the fact that I am going in the right direction, whatever one that may be. I'm also getting kind of hungry, to be honest, so I just went on my phone for about 30 minutes. Damn! You gotta start recording right when I fucking start the video? Jesus. Yeah, I just took about a 30-minute break because my throat is starting to hurt again. What's everybody's favorite Measly Brothers quote? Personally, mine is gonna be, I'm in my room all by myself. I went on a date recently and I became truly insufferable because this man had never seen, y'all, my fucking throat hurts. He had never seen the video where it's like, show me to me, Rachel, and so I showed it to him, and now he can't stop. And you guys want to hear the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life? No, I can't. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Who's calling me? Oh my god, it's my mom. Hold on. Hello. Okay, I didn't finish recording because I got way too tired and I didn't go out, and then I ended up eating an entire pizza and watching Martin and Hamza play Minecraft. Anyway, you guys, pretty much life is good. I'll see you all soon. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being so patient with me in the time that I've needed away from the camera. And I love you all. My throat is killing me. Have an amazing night. Bye bye.